Picture two people working at the same company, same department, same job basically. One of them is 52, the other is 24. Now, layoffs are coming, and the company says it's because of AI. Which one loses their job? Most people guess the older one, higher salary, less tech savvy, easier to replace with software, right? Wrong. And it's not even close. Since late 2022, employment for 22 to 25-year-olds in AI-exposed jobs has dropped 13%. The older workers in those exact same fields, their jobs held steady. Some even grew. The robots aren't coming for your boss, they're coming for the people who were supposed to become the boss, and nobody's really talking about what that means. So today, let's actually dig into it. What's really happening, who's actually safe, and this is the part almost no one covers. First, the damage report. This year, tech and finance, and the two industries that adopted AI the fastest, have been losing 28,000 jobs every month. And it's not quiet either. When companies announce layoffs now, more than half of them, 56%, openly name AI as a reason. 5 years ago, admitting a machine replaced your staff would have been a PR disaster. Now it's in the press release. It's practically a flex. And the people in charge? They're not hiding what's next. In a recent survey, 99% of executives said they expect AI to shrink their headcount within 2 years. 99. You basically can't get 99% of CEOs to agree that coffee is good. But on this, total agreement. The heads of JP Morgan, Goldman, Citi, they've all said it out loud. Jobs are going away. So the wave is real. But here's the question that actually matters. Why is it landing on the youngest workers first? That seems backwards, right? Young people grew up with this stuff. They're the ones using AI to write their emails. Here's the uncomfortable answer. Think about what an entry-level job actually is. It's research. It's summarizing documents, first drafts, basic analysis, cleaning up data. And now ask yourself, what is AI really good at right now today? Yeah, exactly that list. AI isn't very good yet at what the 52-year-old does, the judgment calls, the client relationships, the I've seen this go wrong before instincts. But the tasks companies use to hire a smart 23-year-old to grind through, a chatbot does those in 11 seconds and doesn't ask for dental. So companies are quietly making a trade, keep the experienced people, give them AI tools, and just stop hiring at the bottom. Which sounds efficient until you realize what it actually is. It's sawing off the bottom rung of the career ladder. The junior jobs weren't just jobs, they were how people became the experienced ones. Cut that rung, and in 10 years, where do the senior people come from? Nobody in those boardrooms seems to have an answer. That's the part that should worry you more than any single layoff. Now, here's the twist I promised. Some of this story is a lie. Analysts at Deutsche Bank flagged something this year they're calling AI washing. Companies announcing layoffs and blaming AI when really they overhired during the boom or missed their numbers or just wanted to cut costs. But we're restructuring around AI sounds visionary to investors. We screwed up our hiring plan does not. Even the CEO of OpenAI, the guy whose products are supposedly doing all this replacing, has admitted that some companies are blaming AI for cuts they'd have made anyway. Sit with that for a second. AI has become the perfect corporate excuse. The stock goes up when you say it. So the layoffs are real, the trend is real. Which means you shouldn't panic every time a headline says AI eliminates 10,000 jobs. Sometimes that's the future arriving. Sometimes it's just a bad quarter wearing a robot costume. So where does this actually leave you? Not helpless, and that's the honest truth, not a pep talk. Because look at the pattern again. AI is replacing tasks, not judgment. It's the eager assistant, not the decision maker. Every wave of this we've seen so far lands on routine work and spares the people who can direct, check, and apply it. The cliched advice is learn AI. Fine. But the real move is sharper than that. Become the person AI reports to. The one who knows enough to ask it the right questions, catch it when it's wrong, and connect its output to actual humans. That skill, judgment, is the one thing on the org chart that's getting more valuable, not less. And if you're early in your career and this whole thing feels rigged against you, honestly, you're reading it correctly. The ladder really did lose a rung. That's not your fault. But the people who figure out how to climb anyway, who stack experience and judgment faster than the tools improve, are going to be stupidly valuable in 10 years. Scarcity works both ways. So next time you see an AI layoff headline, don't just doom scroll past it. Ask the two questions that matter. Is this really AI, or is it an excuse? And is this job made of tasks or made of judgment? Because that line, right there, is where the future of work is being drawn. If this helped you make sense of the chaos, subscribe. I break down the biggest money stories of the week in plain English, no jargon, no hype.